Hello students. This morning I'm going to quickly walk you through all of the components of reading a text in the assignments and what you can do. Most importantly, I'm concerned about you taking notes on those assignments. Of course, you can take the e-notes that are inside of Edgenuity, but you're going to have to go back inside that text and look at those notes. If you want to have something that's really easily accessible, I highly recommend that you either take handwritten notes or you go ahead and open up a separate Google Doc in your school Google Doc account, and then you just hold on to those because you'll be uploading them later. If you take handwritten notes, you'll be taking pictures on CamScanner of your handwritten notes and then sending those in to me. So for every single unit, I'm going to request to see your notes, not only on the videos, but also your notes on all of the reading assignments. So it's very important that you learn to take good notes and that you help yourself in any way possible. So the first thing I'm going to do, I know many of you are already familiar with this program, but let's just take a look at this. They're always going to give you a title. They're always going to give you some directions about why you're reading this particular selection and what you're looking for. In this case, it's how did the characters develop directly and indirectly. And you've already gone through the videos. You've already gone through the studying and training videos to understand what that means. So as you're going through, you're going to want to take notes on that. But also, I would highly recommend that you take notes on your comprehension, take notes on vocabulary, take notes on the style of the author. It's going to help you very much in your progress and hopefully growing your abilities in English language arts. So the first thing is, don't ever hesitate to use that dictionary tool that's up at the top. Look up a word. So if you want to look up the word, let me see which one I want to look up. Say implied. So just highlight implied and hit the dictionary tool. And over there on the left is going to give you the part of speech and then a definition, and it'll even read it to you if you want it to. So it even gives you another example of that particular word used in a sentence. Very nice tool. The next tool is, say we want to just make a comment. Here's the little comment tool. Take a note. Now again, I highly recommend that you do this by hand or in a Google Doc, but if you really insist on using the e-notes here, you are welcome to. You may want to copy and paste them later into a Google Doc. It just depends on what you find the easiest way to do. But let's say I want to take a note. So I highlight that in red, and then I can just add a little note here. $1.87. That is not a lot of money. And remember, whoops, these are my notes. So I don't really even have to write them in complete sentences at this point in time. It's just me getting my ideas down. All right, don't forget, hit save, and then there's your little thumbtack with your note. All right, maybe you want to do a larger selection, so maybe you want to leave that note selected, and maybe you want to go here and just highlight all of this next sentence. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to highlight, and then we're also going to take a note on it. So this sentence shows what this character is doing and feeling about her circumstances. Because she's pinching pennies. Obviously, he doesn't have a lot of money, and she's bulldozing the grocer, so plowing right over the grocer, and the vegetable man, and the butcher. How do I know that? And until one's cheeks burn, so the cheeks are burning, with a silent imputation of parsimony that such close dealing implied. Oh my goodness. So when you see the green, click on them. Imputation, accusation. And it's like, okay, I don't need to make any note about that. I understand what that means. It's kind of an accusation of, I need to hold that in my head. Accusation of, what in the world is parsimony? Oh, cheapness. Oh, so they're looking at me like I'm cheap, that I don't spend a lot of money. Well, I don't have a lot of money. Okay. So now you're identifying, going back and forth, taking notes with that particular character. You don't even know who the character is yet, but you're already taking notes and coming to some conclusions. The last thing I want to make sure that everybody knows, I'm going to click off of those, is the read aloud feature. You may want to use this feature. Let me see if I can start down here. All right, and it even gives you a little bit of introduction if you choose that tool, which is wonderful. So you may want to do that and then pause it, because you can start it and then you can pause it and take your notes. So wherever you are in the note taking, it's like, okay, I understood that. And that is another strategy that may help quite a few of you understand the story. If you hear it rather than just read it, in particular, when you get to Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare, some of the poetry, that feature is going to be really a handy feature for you to use when you are working with that. Oh, there's my cat Luna. You've already seen the introduction, so you know she's going to be popping in and out. All right, if you have any questions, please ask. You know what to do. Good luck.